The National Broadcasting Company invites you by transcription to join The Chase. There is always the hunter and the hunted, the pursuer and the pursued. It may be the voice of authority, or a race with death and destruction, the most relentless of the hunters. There are times when laughter is heard as counterpoint, and moments when sheer terror is the theme. But always there is the chase. And the chase for easy riches leads only up to the blind alleys of frustration and sudden death.
It's okay, Red. I'm alone.
Did you watch your step as you came up the street like I asked you?
I wasn't born yesterday.
I heard you were in Minneapolis, so I figured I'd give you a buzz.
All right, you buzzed me. I'm here. So what?
Still the same hunk of pig iron, huh, Nails? Didn't change since we last met up with each other in Leavenworth.
Get to the point, Red. I'm a busy man.
Busy doing what? Conning suckers into a pool game?
What, are you trying to be comical?
Don't put on them big shot manners for me, baby. I knew you when. I know you now. According to the boys, you're on your uppers. You ain't pulled a job in over 6 months. You got your tongue hanging out for a little moolah. Correct?
Correct.
It's better. Just so as we know how we stand.
Well, what's on your mind, Red? Stop stalling.
I got a job.
Where?
Here in Minneapolis. I come all the way up here special from Detroit.
What kind of job?
Bank.
What bank?
Midway Trust.
But...
Did I say something funny?
Why don't you take a crack at Fort Knox if you want something easy?
Look, baby, I can get sidekicks for this fall by the dozen. I picked you because you're handy with a Roscoe. You're the best soup artist in the business. You want in or don't you?
Keep talking. Let's hear the rest of it.
There's going to be a big take a week from tomorrow. Transferring cash from St. Paul to Minneapolis. It's staying in the Midway Trust for 24 hours until they ship it east.
How much?
Hold your hat.
How much?
$1 million.
$1 million?
In 5s, 10s, 50s, and 100s. Easy to spend, hard to trace. It's like eating whipped cream off a cake.
What makes you think you can crack the Midway Trust? They got the most modern stuff on the market. The joint is loaded with electric eyes and screwball trip-ups. They made a Ford out of that bank after the last holdup 5 years ago.
I know.
Then how are you going to get in?
You'll find out soon.
What is this, a whodunit? Why all the mystery?
First, I want to know if you're in.
What's my cut?
20%.
Well, who gets the other 80?
Never mind who gets the 80. There's 3 others in the shindig. They each get 10%.
That leaves 50 for you.
You know like? Get out of here. Drop dead.
Well, maybe I do like. First, I want to know what the gimmick is.
Looks like the meeting is really getting started. Keep your shirt on.
Hiya, Red. Am I late? How's the boy, Red?
Pipe down and get in here. Anybody see you come into the house?
Oh, you think I'm a patsy? Hey, who's this?
Meet Nails Hagen. This is Charlie Parks, Nails.
Nails Hagen. Hey, I heard a lot about you, mister. Ain't you the guy
Is this Joker in on it too, Red?
He was in before you, Nails, and you can still walk out. Charlie's the best cover in the business. He can look like he's part of a lamppost. He can also drive better than anybody else I ever met. If you got any objections to Charlie, you better keep them to yourself.
Don't get touchy. I was only asking.
Oh, I wouldn't pull any bonus, Mr. Hagen. Besides, there won't be no bonus to pull, Red. Red's got the smoothest setup you ever saw. Wait
All
till
right,
you hear...
Charlie, tie a can to it.
Oh, sure, Red. Sure.
More company?
Good evening.
Hiya, Captain. Come on in. Boys, I want you to meet Captain Bob Anderson. He used to be a top airline pilot. Only he got bounced for hitting a bottle. Right, Captain?
Just call me Anderson and forget about that captain business.
Sure, we all make mistakes. Meet Nails Hagen, Charlie Parks.
Howdy.
Hello?
Hi.
Glad to know you.
Now, when we leave the bank with the haul, Anderson is going to be waiting for us at the airfield. He'll cop a plane and we head north across Canada. How's that for a getaway, Nails?
Sounds great. There's a couple of questions I'd like to ask.
Shoot.
Where's he going to cop that plane? You think the airlines are going to stand around while we're taking Connie's for souvenirs?
You know, Nails, when you was a baby, I bet you were hard to get along with. Did you ever believe in Santa Claus?
I don't see no beard on Anderson.
I'll take over a twin-engine cargo plane about 10 minutes before you arrive at the field. Don't worry about it. I know my way around, and no one will be the wiser until we're aloft.
Does that answer your question, sweetie pie?
It answers one. But I got another.
Yeah?
How do we get into the Midway Bank and Trust and get out again?
It's your answer now.
What the...
Hello, Red.
Jets, I want you to meet Liz Cagle, chief bookkeeper for the Midway Bank and Trust. What time you got, Nails?
11:17.
3 minutes. She said the cop on the beat changes his post with another flat-foot at 11:20. They usually spend 10 minutes gabbing with each other. That's all the time we got to crack that vault open and blow. Start your motor, Charlie.
Right.
Did you study the plan of that vault Liz gave you?
I know it's so good now I could make one myself.
Now, Charlie, you're outside. If anyone shows, give us 2 toots on the horn. We'll drive once around the block now and hit the bank at 11:20 sharp. Let's go.
I hope that pilot got his plane.
Don't worry about Anderson. There's $100,000 in it for him, and he ain't making any mistakes.
How far up north in Canada do we go? And then what happens?
Stop worrying. Anderson's got it all worked out.
Straight's clear, Red.
All right, park in front. Keep your motor on. Come on. This way.
Where is she?
Take it easy. She'll open the door. Maybe it ain't exactly 11:20 yet. Here's Liz now.
Come in, fast. Don't flash any lights. I got a candle near the vault door.
A candle? How do you expect me to work with just a candle?
You ain't getting your cut to do it the easy way, Nails.
For Pete's sake, hurry. We've only got 10 minutes.
Come on. Here she is. Get moving.
I gotta work with a candle. Give me a room. Here, plug this in.
I'll take it.
How many sacks is the money in?
5. But they're not too heavy, all paper.
How's it figure? $200,000 in each sack?
Yeah,
All right, Nails and I'll take 2 each. You carry 1. Can you manage it?
I think so. What's taking them so long?
This ain't no sardine box, sister. It's one of the toughest safes on the market.
I cut out all the alarms for you, didn't I? You don't have to be so careful.
Is this star showing me my job,
Leave
Red?
him alone, Liz. He's gonna blow the door open with a soup, kind of liquid TNT. He wants to place it so the noise is muffled.
He'll muffle us into the cooler if he doesn't hurry.
Trying out loud, muffle that dame's mouth, will you?
Pipe down, will you, Liz? Ready, Nails?
Almost. I just got one more hole to drill.
Hurry!
I'll put this drill through your skull if you don't shut up.
Leave him alone, Liz.
Now, just let me attach this battery. There. Okay, move back. There she goes.
Good work, Nails.
Inside, fast.
There they are, all 5 of them. $1 million haul, Nails. And none of it'll be hot.
Grab your sacks and let's go.
Hey, that's Charlie's horn.
Must have spotted somebody.
It's a cop. He's just coming in.
Maybe he won't see us. What did you plug him for, you jerk?
He spotted us here in the corner. He'd have been right on top of us if I didn't.
That's Charlie again. Grab them sacks and run. Everything okay? Quick, up Load these sacks in the plane.
This jackass over here killed a cop.
A cop?
We were chased all over the city. If it wasn't for Charlie's driving, they'd have had us. For all we know, we didn't give him the slip either.
One more crack out of this dame, and I'll put a slug through a permanent wave.
Shut up and get these sacks loaded.
They're all in now, Red.
Okay, into the plane, fast. This way, up these steps. Shut that door, Charlie. Pull the handle out and up. We're ready to move. Get those seatbelts on you.
Well, we made it.
Not yet. There they are.
Huh? 3 squad cars.
Here they come.
Look out for those Tommy guns.
Yeah.
We made it. We made it.
Red, look at Charlie.
Charlie.
He's been hit.
Charlie, where'd they get you?
Belly.
Let me see.
Oh, don't touch me, Red.
Oh, we had to get it in the middle. Holy cow, what a mess.
Take it easy, Charlie. We'll fix you up.
Hurts, Red. Hurts real bad.
Here, let me see what I can do.
What, are you a nurse or something?
I learned a little about first aid. Cut his shirt open.
No, don't touch me. Nobody touch me.
All right, leave him alone. I'm going up forward to talk to Anderson. Anderson,
How's everything back there?
Charlie got hit.
Bad?
Looks bad.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Well, you fellas mess things up, we've got to change our original course.
What do you mean?
We were going north-northeast, but due north is better. Got to find a place up in the Canadian woods to land and hide out for a few days.
Are you nuts? How can you land in the woods?
Look, I know my job. I've flown this territory many times from Minneapolis to Winnipeg and on to Alaska. We'll go just north of Winnipeg and find a farm. I can set this crate down on almost any open stretch of land. If we try for an airport between here and the pole, they'll grab us in a minute.
Yeah?
Listen.
All airports on the lookout for a twin-engine Ditson heading north-northeast, wanted by police. All airports on the lookout for...
See what I mean?
Okay, you're the captain.
We'll do fine as long as the weather holds.
The weather. Can't this crate fly in the rain?
Sure it can, but it means blind flying for me. I can't call for a position, can I? Can't even follow a beam. The beams lead to the airports.
And what do we do?
We fly and keep flying until I think we're able to... Hey,
Now what?
my left wing tank's empty.
Huh?
Look at the gauge.
Hey, you're right.
One of the slugs from those Tommy guns must have put a hole in it.
How much gas we got?
Enough to take us one way. Afterwards, when we think it's safe to start back, or if we get another idea of where to go, we'll have to refill the other tanks.
Ah, that sounds great. Where you gonna get that high-octane stuff you use in this tub?
We'll worry about that when we have to.
How long can we fly?
We're lucky and our gas holds out. We're good for about 5 hours. We've got a strong tailwind and we'll do 220 an hour. That means we'll cover 1,000 miles at least before we're forced to land. Meanwhile, get out of here and leave me alone. I've got work to do and I can't waste my energy talking.
Look, baby, I got news for you. You can give the orders as long as you're flying the plane, but don't make any mistakes.
What do you mean?
You were roped into this thing only to fly a plane. We done our part, now you better do yours. Or you're out 100 grand.
I see.
Make sure you see. I'll talk to you later. How's Charlie, Nails?
He's passed out.
Good.
What's good about it? We got a dying duck on our hands and a getaway to make. It's gonna cramp our style and slow us down.
That can't be helped.
Can it?
They're coming after us.
What?
Charlie, he's talking in his sleep.
They're chasing us, Red. They're catching up fast. They're coming after us, I tell you.
Charlie. Charlie, wake up.
Huh? Huh?
You've been talking in your sleep, Charlie.
Yeah. Oh.
How you feel, boy?
Rotten.
You'll pull through, kid. Don't worry about it.
Sure, I'll pull through. In a pig's eye.
Red,
Yeah.
where's the dame?
Liz? I thought you were sitting right behind us.
She must have gone forward to chew the fat with Anderson. You ask me, I don't trust neither of them.
Look who's talking.
You mind my keeping you company up here, Mr. Anderson?
Why should I mind? And the name is Bob.
I can't stand being back there in the cabin with those gorillas. You're more my type.
Thanks.
Bob, how come a nice, clean-cut fellow like you got mixed up with this mob?
I was on my uppers, and $100,000 looked good, that's all.
Yeah, looked good to me, too.
Liz, we make a nice pair, you and I.
You think so?
We're both as crooked as corkscrews, aren't we?
I suppose we are. But maybe we're not as smart as we should be.
Meaning what?
How much are you getting as your share in this deal?
10%?
So am I. And that fathead back there, Charlie Parks, I'm sure he's not getting any more. That leaves 70% divided between Red and Nails.
With Red getting the lion's share, I'm sure.
We look as much like a lion as he does. We ought to grab what we can and let the others go hang.
How can we get away with it?
Easy. Tell him something's wrong with the motor and you gotta land for a few minutes. Can you find a landing place nearby?
Maybe.
I'll get them out of the plane and away with some excuse or other, and then we can take off again without them.
Sounds kind of risky.
Everything's risky when there's $1 million haul at stake. And we'll split it, 50-50.
All right, let's give it a try.
When do you think you can land?
There's a stretch of prairie up farther, I think, about 10 or 15 minutes away. I'll see what I can do.
Meanwhile, I'll go back and make with the excuse.
Yeah, but be careful. They're all armed, and I'm not.
I'll watch my step. I'll go back and tell the others.
Where you been, Liz?
Where do you think I've been? How far can you go in an airplane 10,000 feet up?
Smart babe. Real smart babe. Smart enough to land on a slab in the morgue one day.
I'll laugh at your funeral, big boy.
Why out?
We'll never get away with this. They're chasing us like hound dogs, I tell you.
For the love of Mike, shut your yap. Take it easy, Nails. Guy's half goofy with the pain.
He can go look for a doctor in another 10 minutes.
What are you talking about?
We're going to land.
Land?
Anderson just told me he's got a tick in one of the motors. He says it won't take him long to patch it up, but he's got to do it on the ground.
How can he land around here? Does he know where he is?
Sure he knows.
Let me talk to that guy. I'll be right back.
Feeling bad, Charlie?
Feel like I'm dying.
Hey, shaking with cold. It ain't cold in this plane.
He's got a high fever with chills.
You got a blanket? I'm freezing.
Give me your coat, Nails.
My coat?
To put over Charlie.
And what about me?
Come on, Nails, be a good guy. I'm frozen stiff.
This is getting to be some party. Yeah.
Try this, Charlie. Does it help?
Oh, I'm still cold.
Sorry. That's the best we can do.
Here we go again.
I just talked to Anderson. He said we ain't going down after all.
What?
We're flying into a fog. He can't see to make a blind landing, even with his lights.
Well, what about the bum motor?
He said it clicked back into shape again by itself anyway.
I'd better make sure everything's okay.
What's she running back up there again for, Red?
I don't know.
I don't trust that doll. I'm gonna see if I can hear what she tells Anderson this trip.
What's happened? What's all this about fog?
It's true. We've run into bad weather below us. We've got to fly above it.
Then we can't get rid of them?
No. With the full moon before and my landing lights, I could have made a landing on a flat field, but it's suicide in this fog.
Then what'll we do?
If the fog clears, we'll see if we can manage it. Otherwise, we have to wait until dawn, but that's only a couple of hours off anyway.
It's our one big chance, Bob, and there's $1 million at stake. We've got to get rid of them.
We'll turn the trick somehow.
Red, shh.
Charlie's asleep.
Never mind Charlie. The dame and the pilot are crossing us.
What?
I just heard him talk, and that landing's a fake to get rid of us. They're figuring on clearing out and splitting the dough 2 ways.
You sure, Nails?
I got ears, ain't I?
All right. Don't say nothing now. We'll wait until he makes the pitch, and then we'll dole him out a little of his own goulash.
Quiet, here she comes.
Everything's all right.
Is it?
We've got nothing to worry about. Bob's a fine pilot. He'll get us through.
Bob, huh?
He asked me to call him that.
Oh, ain't that nice? We got a real romance on board this crate, Red. I can hear the wedding bells beginning to tinkle already.
You're a very hilarious guy.
Yeah, wedding bells. It's funny how wedding bells and funeral bells sound so much alike.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
I can hear him, Red. Right behind us.
Easy does it, baby.
It's chasing us, I tell
Will
you.
you shut that guy up? He's passed out again. He ain't gonna last long at this rate.
I hope he knocks off before he goes nuts. He's half nuts already talking about them chasing us. There ain't nobody knows where we are.
Maybe not. But all the same, I got the feeling, too.
Huh? What feeling?
That we're being chased. Funny, you can get the feel that way even though you can't see anyone behind you. When you're running away.
You're getting just as slap happy as Charlie.
Hey,
What's the matter?
we're dropping.
Huh?
I can feel it in my ears.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, did you hear that?
Sounds like a bum motor.
Where's Liz?
She's up there chitting with her boyfriend.
Stay here with Charlie. What's the matter? Why are we losing altitude so fast?
We don't have much gas left, and I want to get down in a hurry.
Where are we?
About 900 miles north of where we started from, as far as I can judge.
As far as you can judge.
He's been flying blind. We've been in a fog for hours.
Maybe you've been in a fog, honey, but not little old Red here.
What do you mean?
Better get back to the cabin and strap yourselves in. We're in for some trouble.
Are we?
I'm gonna go down, and all we can do is hope I come out of the haze on a level stretch. If there are any hills around here, maybe just too bad.
It's gonna be just too bad for you in any case, Junior.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about, you double-crossing little skunk.
We're out of the fog. I see lights below us. I'm gonna try a crash landing. Our fuel's almost gone.
Bob, did you hear what Nails just said?
Sure he heard, and once...
Look out! Here she comes!
Nails. Nails. Where are you?
Over here.
Hurt bad?
Just my arm. You?
Got some blood on my face. Nothing else. We're still in a plane. She's not burning.
I don't know how we got out of this alive, Red. Look. The whole top of the plane got sheared off.
Who's this over here? It's Liz.
Liz?
She's dead. Looks like she bashed her head in as we hit.
Sorry I didn't have the chance to do it myself. Who's that?
Must be Anderson.
Where is he?
Right behind you. Still alive?
Is he?
What are you gonna do, Nails?
Make sure this rat don't make...
You must have dry ice where your heart ought to be.
I don't forget nothing.
Hey, fellas, where are we? Don't leave me here to die, fellas.
Charlie's still alive. Come on, let's get him out of here.
You get him out. I'll see that the dough gets out.
They're chasing us. Chasing us. No, I don't want no more pie, Ma.
Listen to him. He's off his conk, I tell you.
Why does it get so cold here, fellas? Can we light a fire? I'm freezing.
It's been raining all day, Charlie. Everything's wet. You've been unconscious since we cracked up early this morning.
It's a good thing that dough came in waterproof sacks.
Where are we, Red?
We don't know, Charlie. We're in the woods someplace in the north of Canada.
Yeah, in the woods. In the stinking woods with $1 million in cash. Look at them sacks lined up in front of us, and look at us.
I'm not only cold, Red, but I'm thirsty, too.
You ain't the only one, mister.
Gotta get some water soon, Nails. It's even more important than something to eat.
We'll go looking just as soon as it gets dark again. It ain't safe to walk around in the light without knowing where we are. Make us spotted.
Ought to be dark in an hour or two.
Well, then we'll move.
Cold's driving me cuckoo, I tell you.
For a guy in pain, you're complaining about a lot of things.
We'll get out of this yet. I know we will.
And, brother, we can sure say we worked for that $1 million.
This way, Nails.
I'm right behind you.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
Sounds like water. A brook, maybe.
Come on. Look. See how our luck's changed? We ain't even out of sight of the wreck, and we found water already. There it is, Nails. The stream, all right. Let me get one drink. There. That's better than champagne, Nails. Taste it.
I'll taste it. After I take care of you.
Huh? What's the big idea?
Well, the big idea is this. Charlie's almost dead, and after I take care of you, that million belongs to me, buddy. And no one else.
So that's how it is.
That's how it is.
I should have figured you this way long ago, Nails.
Well, I figured you right. You're chicken, that's what.
Yeah?
You're too chicken to use a rod, even on Charlie. You should have got rid of him long ago.
I ain't a crosser, baby.
You ain't smart, neither.
Look, Nails. You'll never get out of this woods by yourself. You're a chump if you knock me off.
I'll get out, all right.
Put that rod away, Nails.
Sure, after I put a slug in your head. What's that?
Where's Charlie? Look, he got a fire started. You can see the flames.
A fire? How could he start a fire with wet wood? The only thing dry around here is... No. Stop! The money! The nut used the money to make a fire. Look at it!
It's warm, ain't it, fellas? I knew I could get warm. Only it's all gone. There's no more left. There's no more.
He's finished. And so is the dough. He burned every bill. I told you the guy was going nuts, but you wouldn't listen. And now you're finished, too.
This time I had my hand on my rod, Nails. This time you got yours, too. Yeah, got yours. I got mine. So they found us after all. Well, it's too late, boys. Party's over. But the booby prize was $1 million.
In the animal world, there is the hunter and the hunted, hound and fox, hawk and sparrow, chicken and worm. But who is to judge precisely which is the pursuer or the pursued as we enter the chase? The Chase was created and written for the National Broadcasting Company by Lawrence Clee. Heard in the cast were Ken Lynch, Joe DeSantis, Raleigh Bester, Kermit Murdoch, and Mason Adams. The Chase is directed and transcribed by Fred Way. Fred Collins speaking. Next week, a playboy plays just a little too fast and a little too loose and becomes involved in a scheme to make money in the chase.
Listen to Bob Considine this evening on NBC.